What's going on, y'all? It's Pastor Paul once again with Set Free Ministries. I'm reading today out of Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 through 9. The story is about Joshua, and all of us know the story of his life and how he delivered the Israelites after Moses died into the promised land of Canaan. But he had to fight for a few things. He had to fight against the enemy to be able to get there. But verses 1 through 9 for the devotional today is talking about how God spoke to him. But while I started reading these verses, I started realizing that 40 years he was hindered because of the people that were around him. It wasn't that he was hindered or that he didn't have a plan or he didn't have a vision. He knew that they can take the enemy, but the people around him didn't. So that actually hindered him in a way to where he was not able to move at that moment. But the part that really stood out to me was in verse 9. God says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid nor dismayed, for the Lord your God will be wherever you go." When you continue to read on in verse 18, the people, his army, the leaders of his army, said, "Whoever rebels against your command and does not heed your words, in all that you command him shall be put to death. Only be strong and of good courage." I believe that in Joshua's mind, God told him 3 times in verses 1 through 9, only be strong and of good courage. I believe that within those years, it also dampened his thought process. It also dampened the way he thought. And so what that is in our reality today is whatever situation you've been in, where you've had negative people around you who didn't think that you could fight, who didn't think that you could become something, who didn't think that you would become that CEO, who didn't think that you would become that ministry, who didn't think that you would become professional. Those people, if they're constantly around you, at some point, God is saying, I want you to go. See, when Moses died, verse 1, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spoke to Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' assistant, saying, "Moses, my servant, is dead. Now, therefore, arise, go over to the Jordan, to all this people, to the land which I am giving you to the children of Israel." He goes on to say, to go, fight, take possession of what I've given you. But also, it just dropped in my spirit when I said it, take position. You've got to take your position. You've got to change your position in order to take your possession. So that's the word today. That just dropped in my spirit. You've got to take position in order to take possession. Because in your position, in your mind position, what he was saying is your time of mourning is done. The old way of doing things is gone. Now the message is not different. The method is. So I want you to arise and I want you to go and fight. Because as Moses delivered the children of Israel from captivity, you are going to deliver them into the promise. Look at your life. All the naysayers, all the haters, all the backbiters, all those who had doubt. And it's not so much maybe that they had doubt. They just don't understand your movement. They don't understand that you're about to go do something that's way out of the norm. That don't matter. If God is telling you to do it, he is saying today, be strong and of good courage, because everything that we do doesn't make sense to other people that are around us. When you look at the book of Daniel, Daniel heard the voice of God and saw the vision. Those who were around him, all they heard was the thunder. All they heard was the sound, but they were afraid. Daniel persevered and Daniel saw the vision. Not everybody around you is going to see the vision. So like I was talking yesterday about Joseph, be careful who you share your dreams with. They may be close to you, but they may not hear the voice of God. So what is that speaking to you today? Are you in a situation where you're constantly looking at your past and listening to your past because of what people have told you. And so you don't think that you can take the position to take possession of what God's given you, your promise. Think about that. I'll be back tomorrow. God bless you. See you soon.